Vitalizer Plus presents Hexagonal Water, the way to revitalize your life. For the next 30 minutes, you will see visual scientific tests and evidence showing the importance of drinking reconstructed, energized, living water. Hi, I'm Basil Gold. I'm a health and environmental alternatives investigative reporter, and I have been amazed by the gullibility of the American people, not knowing that water is your first line of defense in health. The Natural Resources Defense Council has reported that over 2/3 of all human diseases in America are caused by the low-level toxins and the lifeless water that we are consuming in America. Many of you will say, well, this doesn't apply to me. I have bottled water, or I have filtered water. You're in for a big surprise, folks. Our water, or I have well water. Our waters across America are contaminated, lifeless, and dead. I have brought with me, folks, today, two people, experts in their specific fields, to talk about water, the change that we can create in our lifeless, dead water. M.J. Pagman, author, you wrote a great book on hexagonal water. Our doctor here, who is the president of the Naturopathic
Academy of Naturopathic Affiliates.
Right, and you are going to do for us some tests. Folks, the doctor is going to do some tests for you to see how we can actually change the state of homeostasis in your body in minutes with water. This will blow your mind. However, first, the people certainly want to know, what is hexagonal water?
Hexagonal water is one of the most amazing things that we are reopening our awareness to. I think some people long ago have known about hexagonal water, though they may not have called it hexagonal water. Basil, hexagonal water is a living crystal. It's like drinking living crystalline water. This is the life and energy that we're missing in bottled water, no matter how pure that it is.
So we are going to revitalize this dead water, is what we're doing, right?
Correct. We're going to revitalize the water. We're going to create structure, a specific geometric structure that organizes the molecules in the water so that they actually go into your cells more rapidly. This means, this is huge, Basil, because every disease known to man is linked with dehydration. Aging is linked with dehydration.
Absolutely.
Now we've got a water that, because of its organization, is able to penetrate the cells more rapidly and more efficiently. This will augment all of our metabolic processes. It's going to help the homeostasis in the body, like you just mentioned, and it's going to take those toxins out of your body more efficiently, more rapidly, because aging also is an accumulation of wastes that the body, as it ages, does not have the capacity to remove efficiently any longer.
Doctor, tell me about the results, the metabolic function, how this all metabolically functions.
Well, through the dark field microscope, we're able to extrapolate information based on the morphology of the cells. The morphology is the shape of the cell. We can tell if it's hydrated or dehydrated.
This beautiful little machine is called a Vitalizer Plus. It uses a vortex action. Vortex in nature is nature's way of cleansing and purifying the water. The vortex, and along with magnetic fields, so there's a little mineral basket here which is releasing minerals which help the water to hold its structure. We'll turn this off so we don't.
So not only are we vortexing, and I've read Schauberger's and Grander's study about how they vortex the water in the lakes and rejuvenated entire lakes. With this vortexing, looks like a tornado.
And now we can do this at home, and everyone can drink.
And oxygenate the water. And then it's got this mineral thing inside, isn't it?
So there's a little mineral basket that releases a tiny amount of...
Let's take that out. So this is the mineral basket right here, and it carries all the trace minerals.
Correct.
So that the water is no longer not only lifeless as it was before, it's now energized and it has mineral content which bottled water doesn't have.
Many kinds of bottled water don't. But what the vortex is doing here is energizing those minerals, giving them charge, giving them life. Now they're going to interact with the cells in the body. They're going to bring charge and electricity, if you will, because that's what minerals do. They're the spark of life. So this beautiful little machine is an optimal way to allow everyone who wants to be able to drink this water.
Well, I've always known about water that is vitalized or energized, but it's never been available to the general public other than buy the water, which is $20, $30 a bottle of this water, and you use an ounce a day, or an ounce per gallon. This one now we can create it at home for pennies. Pennies. I mean, I have been buying the water at $25 a bottle, using 1 ounce a day to a gallon of water, because it becomes very expensive. So folks, you don't have to do that anymore. Now you can have the water made at home and do it as many times a day as you want. Make as much water as you want. You can sell it if you like.
Feed your animals, feed your pets. Every living organism is going to benefit from this water.
All right, now what I'd like to do is take this away, bring in a monitor, and show the folks how it actually works in the body by taking blood. Have our doctor take blood and Kirlian photography, take pictures and show the difference before and after. This is in your face facts. Let's take this away. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. Now, folks, MJ, doctor, so what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to bring somebody in, we're going to take their blood, show you how bad the blood looks up on the screen, and then we're going to introduce water into this person, not just regular water. We're going to introduce a water, and difficult to understand, we're going to have MJ over here tell us more about, and then we're going to take the blood again, and you're going to see in-your-face facts. So MJ, tell me, I think we should bring a subject matter in now because we don't have all that much time on the show. Let's get their blood, let's see how bad it looks, and then we'll give them a glass of water, and MJ can tell us all about the water. We'll bring somebody in. We're actually going to do Kirlian photography. For those of you who are familiar with it, we're not going to explain that to you, but we'll take a picture of somebody, and we'll give them a glass of water, and we'll take another picture of the hand and see the difference. So let's get those two subject matters in and get that test running, right?
Right.
Okay, so let me have maybe our director. Director, would you come in? Yeah, I think we'll probably get a bad sample. I was looking for a good sample. We'll probably get a bad sample. Now, MJ, while they are doing this test, and I do want my camera to capture everything so that, folks, you can see that this is 100% kosher. I'm an investigative reporter, and I like everything to be spot on. Tell me about how we can take dead, lifeless water, like bottled water, and suddenly energize it and structure it and change it, and the shape, and tell me about that.
Okay, great. Maybe what we can do is cut to a little shot here of vortex and vortexing water so that people can see here. The vortex is nature's way of cleansing and invigorating water. When you combine that with certain energetic fields, magnetics, electric fields, you can actually line up the water molecules so that they are now in a specific structural form that moves more rapidly.
So let's see that picture of how this water, how we create this vortex. It's like, oh, there we go, there we go. All right, now, that looks good. Now, that's like a volcano effect. What is actually happening?
Like a tornado here.
Oh, tornado, sorry, tornado, yeah.
When you combine the action of the vortex with magnetic fields and minerals, you have all the factors that you need in order for water to form its perfect crystalline form. Basil, let me just digress for a second. In the computer industry, they use quartz crystal in chips. Not quartz, which is the same chemical formula. But the quartz crystal has specific piezoelectric properties which make the quartz crystal totally effective under the circumstances. Yes.
It has the ability of retention of an intelligence, doesn't it?
Almost like that, yes. The same thing is true with water, we're now discovering.
Oh, yes.
When you have this specific geometric structure of water that's organized it moves in the body more rapidly, it enhances metabolic functions, and it helps take waste materials out of the body.
And this, MJ, can be done in minutes.
We can show some things in minutes. We can show that the water is actually different scientifically, but your audience is not interested in that. They're interested in seeing what's going to happen for them if they drink this water, which is why we brought a couple of tests in here today to show what can happen in the blood and what can happen in the energy field, which is what the Kirlian photography is.
Okay, let's have a look at that blood, how bad Pierce's blood here is. Okay, there you see the blood, folks. Doctor, can you tell me, what are we looking at in this blood now? I see all the blood cells seem to be like stuck together in like coins.
Yes, what we're looking at is the rouleau effect. Now, there is a aggregation of blood cells that come when the blood is either too fat or too much sugar.
Well, his blood sure looks bad.
Yeah, the blood actually polarizes, it comes together, it literally flips like a stack of coins, and that's the French word, the root word is rouleau, and it eliminates the uptake of oxygen. So consequently, the person would not have the utilization of oxygen that would be necessary for energy.
So they're basically heading down the line for a heart attack.
That's correct. If in fact the blood clots, it would be a precursor or a risk factor for a cardiac event.
All right, so now I've seen how bad his blood is. Now, would it be okay, he drinks a glass of this water?
He drank that, Basil, while you were talking.
Oh, was that on camera?
It was.
Yes.
That was on camera? Okay, so you drank that water.
Yes.
Now, you had vortex that water.
Correct.
And people, of course, you'll be able to do this at home, but we'll keep this for last, right? We'll keep this for last. So he's drank that water now, and in a few minutes' time, we'll take his blood again, and hopefully we're going to see a whole big change. I'm skeptical.
Great. The skeptics are the wonderful ones.
And folks, I'm an investigative reporter. I sell my products, but I put people like this under the, what is it called? Under the
microscope.
Under scrutiny. You prove it to me. If you can prove it to me, you can prove it to the nation. So hopefully, after he's drank that water, now we wait about 10 minutes for it to circulate. We'll test his blood again, and we're going to see a whole brand new picture.
Correct. And in the meantime, let's take a Kirlian photograph.
As a second cover-up. Okay, can I have a volunteer to put his hand in here and take a picture? Let's have a volunteer. Can I have a cameraman? Would you come in and do that for us? We just want you to put your hand inside here.
In the sleeve here. Make sure that we don't get any light in through here. Hold on with your other hand to this.
What this is all about, folks, is...
Ready?
We're going to take this picture.
Were your fingers on the pad?
You're on the pad? Okay, so we're going to get a picture out of that in a minute or so. And what we're going to do here, folks, is we're going to look at this picture and see the life force around his body.
This is capable of taking a picture of the aura, if you will, or the energy that surrounds any living object.
All living organisms have that, right?
Correct. Correct. Every living organism has an energy
Okay, now we need
field.
to give him a glass of water. Somebody bring me a glass of water so that we're going to see a different picture after he
We'll
drinks
let
the
him
water.
drink this glass of water coming for you.
Okay. And
This will take just a minute to develop.
Okay, so we're going to develop that picture, have a look at the picture. We've seen the blood is bad, and then we'll bring back the other, our director will bring him back in. He's drank the water, and we'll do another test, and we're going to see a difference.
Correct.
Same thing here. Tell me more about the water. Tell me how this all came about. I know I've studied over the years water, Schauberger and Grander and all Patrick Flanagan's, all these people's waters. I haven't seen a great change like I have seen what they should be seeing now. What you folks are going to see
water
right
here.
now.
Basil, dehydration is linked. We're showing now more and more closely and clearly that dehydration is linked to degenerative disease.
Every disease.
And aging.
Asthmas, allergies, everything.
Everything.
Clarity, brains. Yeah, absolutely.
You and I are 70% water, but, Basil, you're less water this year than you were 2 years ago, because one of the things that happens as you and I age is that we are less and less water.
Okay, so now we're going to have Nazar come back in, the cameraman. If you will, please, Nazar, come in and drink the water. We'll also have our director come back in. We don't have much time left, just so He can get his blood taken. He's already had the water. We've seen how bad his blood was. And so now we're going to do his blood again. And we need to see that blood going on the screen. Right. And you've done your picture here now? You did your picture?
Great. We're going to take another Curlian picture after drinking the water, because the effects are almost immediate. He doesn't need to wait.
Really?
There we go.
Well, I think we should have waited a little longer than that, don't you?
Hey, we'll see.
Well, this is an amazing change.
This is an amazing change.
You can see the hydration of the cell, and as the pathway is
Wow,
opened up,
look at that.
the intervertebral foramen comes in, water molecule fires up the ATP, energy is released, and the separation of the cells makes this a enhanced homeostatic state. So
now just look at those cells. Look at the change there. Incredible. Okay, so now let's have a look at Nazar. So we only waited a few minutes here on Nazar. And
Look at this.
and
Before and after. Can the camera come up on
good.
this?
Let's get a picture of that. So this was the picture we took first. And that's the picture we just got now after
Correct.
drinking the water.
Correct.
Wow.
Excellent.
Wow. Now, folks, you can get a Vitalize Plus in your home. Real simple. We'll be right back and tell you how you can do that. All right, now I'm going to tell you, folks, how easy it is for you to be able to get a Vitalizer Plus. And MJ and Doctor, I've got to bring in the athletes of America. If they only knew of the endurance, I noticed in your book, you said that there was a 47% enhancement in endurance.
Correct.
That research has shown.
In one study, yes.
Imagine that, 47% enhancement. Every football player in America, every basketball, everybody should be in it. And on that note,
Basil, throw away the sport drinks, throw away the sweeteners. This drink could enhance performance. You don't have the water slushing around in the stomach, easily absorbed, and they have impact.
Right. Now, your own daughter is a California state champion.
Yes.
And so you know about this enhancing the endurance with that.
Absolutely.
Folks, this is the ultimate. Trust me, I've been doing water for 13 years on television. I've never, ever endorsed anything. I've only spoken of substances. This is the ultimate thing to get. There was a study that brought me to this, and this was a medical study by the Shelton Educational Service. That's Dr. Shelton, right? Bruce Shelton. And he says, testing with devices designed to accurately measure the state of health in an individual clearly shows that water treated with Vitalizer Plus improves a number of health parameters. No doctor has ever said that before. So, get this. Folks, you need to get a Vitalizer Plus, and you can get it today. It's real simple. Call the numbers on the screen. I'm sure that this will enhance and change your life as it has mine. Look at my energy. Just look at my energy.
And let's tell the folks what they're going to get with this offer today.
Right. Now, apparently you're going to have Dr. Jean, who is real famous in water science. His book comes with this.
Correct.
Your book comes with it. The hexagonal water, that comes along with it, which neither did in the past. And then this is the important thing. In the actual machine, they have the mineral, right? The minerals
The mineral cube.
that come in it. And these are how much?
They're $85 regularly
And this is coming in the offer.
in the offer.
I wasn't told that, but that's great to know. This all comes together. Phone the toll-free number that's right there now. Speak to us. We'll work with you. Get yourself a machine today. I thank you all for coming in and help me endorse something I believe in so strongly.
Pleasure
Thank you,
being here.
Basil.
It's a real pleasure.
All good. I'm Basil Gold. Keep watching Basil Gold and Awareness on national TV, and you will learn about cutting-edge substances and products, just like the Vitalizer Plus. See ya.